I'm Think So Joe, this is Things You Might Not Know, and today we're going to talk about Vans Warped Tour. For many of my teenage years, I spent one day every summer out in the blistering sun at a place in Buffalo called LaSalle Park, watching all my favorite punk bands performing at an event called the Vans Warped Tour. The summer punk rock staple is currently embarking on its final run as a full-fledged cross-country tour, and believe me when I tell you, it leaves a gaping hole in my heart to see an annual event that I loved so deeply when I was younger vanish into the ether. But let's be honest, the Warped Tour that I knew as a teen has been gone for quite a while anyway. Back in the 90s, Warped featured not just amazing bands playing all day, but also extreme sports such as skateboarding and BMX biking. I even once saw Steve Caballero, whom you might know from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, play guitar with MXPX one year. Now, Warped Tour in 1995 did not have the Vans sponsorship, and in fact was almost not called Warped Tour at all. The original name of the tour was going to be The Bomb, which was popular slang for cool back in those days. However, the day Warped founder Kevin Lyman was going to announce the tour, the Oklahoma City bombing took place. After deciding that The Bomb would be disrespectful to the victims of that tragic event, he took the name of Warp Magazine, whom he had worked for previously, and gave the tour its famous name. In 1996, Vans became the main sponsor of the tour. In truth, Lyman needed a sponsor to keep the tour going. The 1995 tour made no money, and promoters refused to pay for another edition of the event for that very reason. In a bit of fortuitous weather, a blizzard postponed a meeting between Lyman and Calvin Klein. Yes, fashion icon Calvin Klein, not to be confused with the alter ego of Marty McFly in 1955. While the CK representatives were stuck on an airport runway for 24 hours due to the inclement weather, Vans called Lyman. And given Vans' popularity among the skate crowd, I think it's safe to say they're a more appropriate sponsor than Calvin Klein ever would have been. A unique aspect of Warped Tour has always been that the bands do not play at the same times in each city. Lyman previously worked as a tour manager for Lollapalooza and noticed that fans would know the schedule in advance and only show up when the main bands would take the stage. With the schedule changing at every stop, 90% of Warped Tour fans show up as soon as the gates open. Warped Tour doesn't only feature national acts. The Ernie Ball stage has traditionally served as a place for local bands to showcase their talents in a battle of the bands. Also, another Warped tradition is what's called the Barbecue Band. The Barbecue Band gets to perform on the tour on the condition that they prepare the post-show barbecue for the other bands and crew. The barbecue goes through 300 hot dogs, 300 hamburgers, and 100 veggie burgers on a typical tour date. Some facts about Warped alumni include the following. The 1995 Warped Tour had a rule disallowing dogs and friends. Sublime broke both rules and were temporarily removed from the tour. During a 2000 Warped Tour performance by Green Day, their security guy blew off his fingers in a pyrotechnics accident. Fireworks have been banned from the tour ever since. During their 1997 summer on the tour, Sugar Ray performed on the Volcom stage, which was usually 2 feet high and stacked on picnic tables. They were selling 70,000 albums a week at that point. The Buzzcocks refused to perform until they got a bottle of champagne. Lyman states that they are the only band to demand something from the tour and stated to Diffuser.fm that they got it, because you've got to respect your punk rock elders. Artists such as Eminem, the Black Eyed Peas, Beck, and Katy Perry have all performed on Warped. Perry in particular recognizes the tour as her big break. Eminem's group D12 and fellow Detroit rapper Eshem were kicked off the 2001 tour after D12 allegedly attacked Eshem for mentioning Eminem's daughter in a song. Eminem himself was not involved in the incident. The traditionally punk rock Warped Tour paired up with the heavy metal-minded Ozzfest in 1998 for a single date in Somerset, Wisconsin. 39,000 fans showed up for the show. Warped representatives included Rancid and Bad Religion, while the Ozzfest contingent featured bands such as Tool, Limp Bizkit, and of course, Ozzy Osbourne himself. In recent years, the tour has featured a reverse daycare. Parents attending with their kids can attend for free with their kids' paid ticket. There's a special tent for said parents that has air conditioning and cold drinks. It's another brilliant move by Lyman in the same vein of the aforementioned per-city scheduling, as it allows kids who normally wouldn't be able to go because their parents didn't want to drive back and forth to the venue twice to bring their parents to the show. Finally, Warped Tour is an extremely charitable event. In 2013, the Feed the Children Now tent collected 330,000 pounds of food throughout the duration of the tour. Warped Tour blood drives have been named the Red Cross's Independent Blood Drive of the Year several times. 25 cents of each ticket purchased goes to a local charity as well. So, did you know about all these Warped Tour facts? How many Warped Tours have you attended? Which of these facts surprised you the most? Leave us your thoughts and comments, as well as suggestions for upcoming topics in the comments below. If you like this video, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button, and please subscribe to this channel with that button right there for more videos just like this one. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and as always, thanks for watching.